What's new, crew? Welcome back to my channel. If you're new, my name is Cassandra, and it is that time of the month where we sit down and talk about my once a month meal plan for my family of 6, very soon to be 7. If you don't know, I'm currently pregnant with baby number 5, and May has potential to be baby month. Do I necessarily think it's going to be baby month? Probably not. This is obviously my 5th pregnancy. I have had one baby all the way at 37 weeks and one baby all the way on the other end of the spectrum at 42 weeks. So due dates mean absolutely nothing to me because I've had one child at the very earliest, another child at the very latest, and my other 2 came right on their due dates. So I try not to think about it, honestly, at all, and just let be what is, because if there's anything I learned with my 4th pregnancy, I walked around at almost 6 centimeters for like a week and a half and never went into labor because baby just did not want to come out. So if I've learned anything in that last pregnancy, it was that your body can do everything it is meant to do. And if baby isn't willing or wanting to come out, baby is not going to come. So I can feel my body making a lot of changes, things happening, baby dropping, all of the things, but I'm just gonna not think about it and keep rolling on with life. But it does have potential to be baby month. That being said, my May meal plan is very short, sweet, and to the point. To be just like really honest, when I sat down to make my meal plan, I've been trying to make this meal plan for over a week. I just don't have the mental capacity to do a full 31-day meal plan like I usually do. It's just not in me right now, and probably won't be in me for the next handful of months. That being said, us working really hard to stock up our food storage since like the beginning of the year in preparation for this has worked out really well, because our freezers are full, our canned goods, our Homestead canning items and things are pretty well stocked. I kept canning throughout the winter, kept canning throughout the spring, and things are pretty well stocked. That being said, I don't have to work really hard in my meal plans, because at any given time I can kind of just dig through my freezers, look for a couple of meals, come back up and have like a week's meal plan at a time. So I came up with 14 meals here, and that's what I'm going to talk about today. And then later in the month is when I have the potential to have the baby, and at that point I will probably start meal planning just weekly. That way I can have a couple of meats pulled out, thawed out, and in the fridge ready to go. That way if I do go into labor, there will be thawed meat ready to go for my husband, for family who are going to be here taking care of our other kids while I'm having baby, or it'll just be easier doing it a couple days at a time later on anyways. And that's kind of my plan. So we're gonna talk about the 14 meals I have listed out here. These are things that I just know my family all really like, really enjoy. They're very simple and easy to throw together. My husband also knows a lot of these recipes, so he can rock these out for me too. Very excited about that. So here we are. I also made my meal plan on the back of this lovely coloring sheet from one of my children. They're gonna color it for me, they said. So I made my meal plan here, and they're gonna color the back of it for me. Very nice. First meal we're gonna do is a spaghetti pie. This is a tried and true family favorite. It's a crowd pleaser. Everybody I've ever made this for really likes it. It also makes leftovers, so it'll be good for lunches the next days. My 2 oldest kids, 9 times out of 10, we pack their lunches for school, just because our school lunches are really expensive. And it's not because they're good school lunches. They're over $5 a lunch, which is just a lot. And I can pack them something way better ingredients with like fruits and vegetables and stuff. So I just prefer to do it that way. And these things I will reheat, put in a thermos for them, and my kids say it is always hot when they get to lunch. They never have an issue with it being cold or anything like that. So they use their thermoses. My husband takes these to lunches as well. I get questions on that sometimes when I say lunch boxes and things. Who am I talking about? So I just wanted to clarify that. My two older girls who need lunches for school, my kindergartner is half days, so he doesn't need those. Next year will be a different story. He will also be on that train, but my husband also just packs leftovers for lunch, and if we ever don't have leftovers, that's when we'll fall back on like sandwiches or something like that. We are going to do patty melts. We started doing patty melts a couple months ago. Everybody really loves them. We just did a video where we meal prepped like over 50 burgers together, and patty melts will be great for that. Everybody loves a good patty melt, and we also have a lot of bacon, so we can do like bacon and sliced turkey or sliced ham or something like that. We are going to do a creamy chicken stock orzo with salmon patties. I thought we were all out of salmon, but we got our ground beef order that we ordered in bulk, so I had to completely clean out our freezer from top to bottom, and I found a lot of fish in there that I did not realize that we still had, which was great. Salmon fishing doesn't really come around again for us until like July, so I thought we had eaten through our year's worth of salmon a little bit quicker this year, but it turns out I had just misplaced some of the salmon, so really happy about that, which means this year we also were able to fish for and preserve a year's worth of salmon for our family, which was awesome. So we're gonna do the salmon patties. This is one that has potential for me to make in bulk and freeze. Then I will cook those all of the way and then just freeze them cooked. That way when I want to reheat them for like a really quick lunch after I have the baby, I can just pop it in the oven really quick or something like that. I mean, I could even pop it in a microwave if I really wanted to, but I mean, then the house is gonna smell like microwave fish, but I guess it is what it is. Really quick, really easy, and me and my husband really love the salmon patties. The kids, it's hit or miss with. Sometimes they're really for it and sometimes they're really not, and on that it's okay. We are going to do nachos. We've been doing nachos like once a week here just because it's a super quick, easy meal with whatever kind of like leftover meat we have in the fridge. So it's also been helping us clear older produce out of the fridge or leftover meats that nobody has been eating. It has been so nice. We actually had nachos tonight for dinner with some leftover pulled chicken out of the fridge. So it's been working really well, and the kids want to keep that up, so we're gonna do that. The meal that I had on my meal plan last month but we didn't end up doing was crunch wraps, and the kids really want to do them. They like making their own crunch wraps. This is another one that has potential. I could make a couple extra of these and put them in the freezer for after the baby. It really just depends on how I'm feeling on that particular day that we are doing said meal, but we'll just kind of see. We're also going to do sliders. This is also something that I have on my I would like to get in the freezer list before baby, because they are such an easy throw in the oven lunch as well for all of us. It can be a weekend lunch, it can be just me and the kids are home and my husband's at work lunch. It's really great, but it can also be a dinner. Pair it with some tomato soup or some french fries or something and it'll be really great. So I'm hoping to get some of those in the freezer as well. We are gonna do a Hawaiian chicken. This is something that just looked good. I was scrolling Pinterest, just trying to help me make this meal plan a little bit, which I typically do. Hawaiian chicken just seems really good, really easy. Once again, I can also double it and put one in the freezer. We want to purchase a Blackstone before this baby is born, but we're also just kind of waiting a little bit for the timing to be right. Honestly, we'll probably pick one up like this week and just keep it in the garage until warmer weather horizons. As I'm currently filming this, Wisconsin is like on lockdown along with what is it, Minnesota and Iowa. We're supposed to be getting a ton of tornadoes, and as I'm looking out my windows, it's starting to get really dark and really windy. It's picking up. Some places in Wisconsin had like 2-inch hail balls today. We were supposed to get that, but luckily it didn't happen. We'll see how that works out for us, but hopefully everything goes good. I'm really hoping no power outages with all of the strong winds we're supposed to get up here, but I guess we're just gonna see. I kind of went on that rant, but yeah. Where was I going with that? Oh, All that because I said something about a Blackstone. I would like to get, well, we want to get a Blackstone, and this I think will be something really easy and really delicious to throw on the Blackstone with maybe some fried eggs. And we can pair it with pasta salad. It'll be really delicious. I was gonna do, it's kind of, I don't want to say it's my recipe, but it's like my recipe inspired by the Marry Me chicken pasta. I tweak it a little bit, I change it just to make it for our family's needs, and every time I make it, everybody is super excited about it. Gone as far to say that in the last couple of months, the new meals I've brought in, that this one is his favorite. Every time I make it, he gets super excited about it. He'll be like, oh my god, you didn't tell me you were making this tonight, and he gets super elated. So we're definitely gonna do that. We're also gonna do some teriyaki pork chops. If you can't tell, we really like teriyaki marinated meats, all of us. It's just, we all really like it. We all eat it really well, so I make it often. I have a lot of pork chops in my freezer right now, but I also have some old pork steaks I'm still working through. So I think I might marinate some of those pork steaks in a teriyaki sauce. Once again, that could also be something we throw on the Blackstone, be something we throw in the oven. So many options with it, and pair it with like a mayo-based pasta salad, and it is absolutely delicious. Another one we're gonna do is strombolis. Always a family favorite here. Absolutely delicious. You can stuff it with all of the veggies. You can stuff it with all of the meats. Really whatever you want. Typically I'll make 2 strombolis for my family, and that will always give us some leftovers for the next day, which is always really great, and I really like that. You don't have to stick with just your typical pizza toppings. You can do like bacon chicken ranch or barbecue chicken, really whatever you want in your stromboli, and usually it is absolutely delicious. So go ahead and get creative. Then on my list I have barbecue chicken legs and like a ranch buttermilk marinated chicken leg. I think they're gonna be absolutely delicious. We pretty much only do chicken legs during the summer. They usually get down to really cheap. Usually at Aldi I can get them for like 12 legs at like $1 a pound. Sometimes I can get them at like 99 cents a pound. Last year I remember it being a little more, maybe like 140 a pound, but that being said, they're a crowd pleaser. The kids always really like them, and they're just really great. So I have 4 of them, but once again, it's also gonna kind of determine, like when I get into Aldi, what the prices actually are and if they have them, because sometimes they have these things that I think they're gonna have and they don't quite have them in stock yet, or they don't have them like as readily available yet. My Aldi is really seasonal. We live in a really like small town, so my Aldi specifically doesn't sell chicken legs year round, like drumsticks. They just don't. They'll get them usually like April, May time, and they'll keep them until maybe October, and then after that you don't really see them. So I'm hoping that they have them in. If not, I will substitute it and we'll figure something else out, but that's kind of what I'm thinking. The last meal I have on my meal plan is the Olive Garden chicken gnocchi soup. This has been requested by my family. It's something that I've had on the meal plan the last couple of months, but every time I go to put gnocchis on my Walmart grocery order, it tells me that gnocchis are like $35 or something. I know they're not. I know they're not. I'm also not adding them to my grocery order for $35. I'm not gonna do it. I've mentioned this before, and you guys tell me that your Walmart like online orders will do that for random things as well. Like it'll tell you that whatever, like a block of cheese is like $75, and you go, no it's not, it's $2.98. I get this every time I go in. It is not $35. So I don't know why it does that, but Walmart, please fix it. Like, don't do that to me. So I actually have to physically walk into Walmart to get the gnocchis, and I'm going to physically walk in to get the gnocchis next time I go to Walmart, and I'm just gonna buy like 10 of the gnocchis and just keep them on my shelf. That way I have them. But that is everything I have on my meal plan for this month, and everything else I'm just going to shop my freezers and my food storage for. I have been buying the same like basic set of groceries for so long that I kind of know what we like to eat. If I need to on a month like this, I can walk into an Aldi, put in my Walmart grocery order like I typically do, and just kind of get our staple items and be able to make meals off of it, because we buy so much in bulk and we store so much, we can so much. And I've also become decent enough of a cook that if I know I need something for a recipe and I don't have it, I can come up with some sort of substitution to usually make it work, and it's not that big of a deal. Swapping like cottage cheese instead of sour cream in a pasta dish or something just is usually a-okay. So that is my plan for this month. I do plan on bringing you guys along. I will show you guys that process, because it's very different from how I usually do it, where everything is very mapped out. I make my once a month grocery shopping list. We do once a month grocery shopping and everything is kind of set in stone. So this is gonna be a little bit of a different experience, where I have some things kind of set, I have an idea, but other than that, we are just going to kind of do like freezer pantry challenge, but still while grocery shopping. And it's gonna be a little bit of like a chopped episode, just kind of trying to figure out what I have to work with and what's gonna work for dinner that night. That being said, I appreciate you guys so much being here and taking time out of your day to hang out with me, talking about the meal plan and kind of how I plan on doing groceries this month for our large family. I hope wherever you guys are, you are safe. I'm sure these storms will pass through. And like I said, my biggest concern is just losing power, because that happens to us all the time. I can really see the thunder and lightning starting to kick off here. That being said, I'm gonna let you guys go, and I'm gonna go lock up all of our chickens and ducks, make sure everybody's in and tucked away for the evening, because things are getting dark real quick out there. Thank you guys so much for taking time out of your day to hang out with me, and I'll see you guys in another video, which should be my Aldi grocery haul. Bye.